Hello friends, in this session we shall discuss external commercial borrowing. What is external commercial borrowing? In short, we call it ECB. Friend, ECB is the borrowing by eligible resident entity from a recognized non-resident entity. So we have an Indian entity. It borrows money from outside the country. An Indian company borrowing money from outside the country. So resident entity borrowing money from non-resident entity. So that is called external commercial borrowing. What are different forms of ECB? ECB can be in the form of bank loans. It can be floating rate notes. It can be fixed rate bonds. It can be preference shares, both convertible and non-convertible. It can be debentures, both non-convertible and convertible. It can be foreign currency convertible bonds, FCCBs, and it can be various other forms also. So when an Indian company, an Indian entity is borrowing money from outside the country, this is called external commercial borrowing. There are two routes for external commercial borrowing. The one route is called automatic route. Automatic route means where no permission is required to borrow this money. The other one is approval route. In approval route, the permission is required either from Government of India or from Reserve Bank of India. Types of ECB. So ECB can be of three types called tracks. So track 1 ECB. It is medium term foreign currency external commercial borrowing. So it is in foreign currency, it is in medium term. Its maturity minimum is 3 or 5 years. Track 2, long-term foreign currency ECB. So here the borrowing is in foreign currency, it is for a long period and minimum average maturity is 10 years. The third track is Indian rupee denominated ECB. Here ECB will be in Indian currency and the minimum average maturity is 3 to 5 years. Now let us see the rules relating to minimum average maturity period. Track 1. When amount is up to 50 million US dollars or its equivalent, the minimum average maturity should be 3 years. When amount is more than US dollars 50 million, then minimum average maturity is 5 years. For track 2, as we have already seen, the minimum average maturity is 10 years. For track 3, it is according to track 1. So depending upon the amount, it will be the average maturity. Now let us see what are individual limits under automatic route, not under approval route. Any amount which falls beyond automatic route, it will require approval. So individual limits in respect of different segments. First, for infrastructure sector and for manufacturing sector, this limit is US dollar 750 million or equivalent. Remember, this amount can be changed by Government of India or RBI anytime. So for infrastructure and manufacturing, it is up to 750 million US dollars or equivalent. If it is for software development sector, then the amount is restricted to US dollars 200 million or equivalent. If it is for microfinance activities, the amount is restricted to US dollars $1 million or equivalent. If it is meant for eligible startup, then up to 3 million or equivalent amount. And for those which have not been specified, means for other entities, it is up to 5 million US dollars or equivalent. Thank you friends for watching this video. I'm sure the contents will benefit you.